Hey folks, in this video I'm going to show you how to start a free 15-day trial for F5 Cloud Services and test out Essentials App Protect in just a minute. Alright, so F5 Cloud Services is F5 running in the cloud, and what we did was we took certain F5 services and offered them in a cloud-friendly SaaS format. So there's actually a DNS solution in there, there's a global server load balancing solution in there, and there's a WAF solution in there called Essentials App Protect. Now, I'm going to take you through how to sign up for that service because you can actually start up a 15-day trial to do a really quick proof of concept with that. It doesn't cost you anything and you can test it out against whatever site you like. So, in order to do that, you just head over to portal.cloudservices.f5.com and there's a login here. So from here, you can actually hit create one. And you're going to fill out your information and you'll be able to create a login from there. So back on this login screen, once you've logged in, you'll actually get to the Cloud Services menu. And over here, you'll see a number of services that are available in F5 Cloud Services. Essential App Protect is one of them. Now, I'm subscribed with my account, but what you'll see when you first log in is the ability to subscribe to a free 15-day trial. So once you've done that, you'll be able to see Essentials App Protect along the sidebar with your services that you've subscribed to. And from here, it's going to prompt you to start protecting your application. So if I click on that, I can go and type in a fully qualified domain name, and I will type in the famous Daryl and Boo site, darylandboo.com, and hit save and continue. And what it's doing now is it's going out and it's figuring out where that application is. So it's gone out and figured out the IP address, where it lives, and then I can actually go in and pick the region that I want to spin up EAP in. So I'm going to say US East 1. I'll hit save and continue. And it's going to ask me about which listener I want to turn on. So I can turn on 80, 443. Now in this particular case, I'm just going to turn on port 80 because I don't have the SSL certificate readily available for this. But if I did have that, it would be really easy to go into here and add my SSL certificate. So I can just provide the information in there about certificate key, chain, passphrase. Now I'm going to go and turn that off, save and continue. And over here, it's asking me which features that I want to turn on. I can leave these all on. Go ahead and hit save and continue. So now what it's doing is it's spinning up the service, and in the meantime, it's spun up the DNS aspect of this. So how this service works is it's giving me a host entry that I'm going to create a CNAME record for. So in darylandboo.com, I have a bunch of DNS entries, and I have an A record for www.darylandboo.com. So what I want to do is I want to change that A record that's right now pointing at an IP address, and I'm going to change that to a CNAME, and then I'm going to use this CNAME that was given to me as the value for that. So anytime somebody goes www, it will CNAME redirect over to this value over here. And from there, everything's spinning up. So it's going to take a few minutes for that to spin up the environment. In the meantime, though, we can look through the interface. So here's the piece where I can monitor the application. If I go over to Protect Application, in this menu here, I can see some of the configuration objects that I've already seen before. So I can see the fully qualified domain name, the display name, I can see the listeners. So in here, I can go and adjust if I got my SSL certificate. I can add that into here, turn on HTTPS. I can also adjust my deployed regions from here. And then I can start doing configuration from here as well. So compliance and privacy. Over here on high risk attack mitigation, I can see my options for configuration there. So turning on signatures, turning on file types that are being disallowed, geolocation enforcement, allow or deny lists from here. Malicious IP, so this is malicious IP categories that I can block or allow. And then I have threat campaigns as well available to me. So these are high accuracy signatures. Now, as of the time of this recording, there's 436 of these threat campaigns that are running, and you can turn all of those on. And then over here on the DNS settings, we can revisit what the CNAME entry was. And then over here for JSON configuration, under the hood, this is all actually API driven. So the configuration for this is actually done or stored in a JSON file, and that JSON file is provided on here. So everything is still running and being configured right now, but if you wanted to, you can actually test out the environment that is being spun up. So if you go over to github.com/f5devcentral and look for a repository, I'm just going to type in cloud here on the repo search, and the one I'm looking for is f5-cloud service EAP lab. And what this is this is a full guided lab on how to test out Essentials App Protect. I can go into here and it'll give me instructions on how to test out a SQL injection attack against the site. And you can run this against your own site that you're configuring for the trial, or this lab actually gives you a site that you can test out, this buy time auction site as well. So you can do your testing against there if you don't have your own site that you want to run this against. Totally fine to do. All right, so hopefully that takes you through how to really quickly spin up the Essentials App Protect environment and run a test. Again, there's a free 15-day trial, so there's no obligation to try this out. You don't get charged or anything like that, and you can run it against your website or the test site and use that lab for instructions for that. All right, thanks a lot, folks. Subscribe down here if you have not already, and otherwise we will see you on the next video. Bye for now.